40s, 9s, Max and a K. 60,000 strong for this rollie, I kill ace. Cuddy bang my line for the orange, that's my lane. I don't trust the soul, but I got stick when I'm on stage.
Drink God.
Yo,
Now what's the deal, bro?
what's that word, my nigga?
It's the deal.
What's happening? What it do, bro?
Real drink God. I leave my wife for the mud. You feel me?
I'll see you in the kitchen. That's what I'm talking shit. What's happening, man?
What's happening, man? This Lush with DJ Phrase. If you ready, I know you got things to do. Ain't gonna hold you too long. Let's get it popping, all right?
Get it. Let's get it.
Easy call, you feel me? Like, man, off top, every 30 minutes we triple up and make 8 bands. Buffs on, motherfuck some Ray-Bans, you feel me?
Yeah, Persky.
Shouts
Yeah.
to Detroit, you feel me?
Yeah.
We in the building. This the medicine vaccine interview series. We're playing upon the Lush One, and we are honored to be bestowed with the presence of the drink god himself.
First big drink guy, man.
ICEWEAR VEZZO. What you got on your neck, bro? What that looking like? That shit's dancing like some Michael Jackson moves right now.
Big IUR, 2 big IURs, bust down Cubans. You heard something light, man. You know what I mean? It's early morning.
So before we get started, bro, I heard you touched down in LA, bro.
Yeah, I was down there a couple days ago. I had a show at the Dollhouse, man. That bitch was turned up. Shout out to everybody who came out too.
Hey, what you know about them underground strip clubs, bro? That's how
that's on the super underslunder because LA is shut down as hell right now. And it was you and Draco over there getting it turned up and shit.
Man, Draco my motherfucking nigga too, dog. That's my baby.
For real. Did you have a good time? Because I know you when I hit you, you were taking a flight back the next day. You left pretty quick, bro.
Yeah, I had to get and shit. I was just down in LA last week and shit, and I was gone for a whole week. So, you know, my wife and my kids, they wasn't going for that shit. They like,
Man, I want to congratulate you on the success, bro. Since we first had the interaction, like I told you earlier when we had the phone conversation, but when I ran into you, we were listening to it's when you dropped with Big Sean. And
yeah.
To me, I feel like that was like the crossover record, like kind of like that bridged you over into radio. With that, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like that put you in a position, not so much the feature, because the track was smooth anyways, but you feel like that opened up a lot of doors for artists to reach out to you because you were doing your thing regardless. I was already tapped in, but that's where our relationship picked up, and that was like a year or so ago.
Year and a half.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. Honestly, bro, I feel like that song ain't do much for me. It like introduced me to good people like you, and I made a lot of relationships with like radio and all that, and I feel like it definitely was getting played on the radio and shit. But like, it ain't turn me up though. What turned me up is a song I called "How I'm Coming." That shit. I did a challenge, and that's how a lot of people end up knowing about me and following me because so many people was doing this challenge, and I had celebrities posting this challenge, and it brought a lot of awareness to myself, you know. But the Big Sean song definitely got me. Like I met a lot of program directors and a lot of DJs. That song still don't even got 1 million views. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro. You went off on that, and the video was crazy on that.
Video was fire, man. That video.
I feel like on the end, and shout out to Big Sean, I feel like a lot more promoting could have been done on the other side of things.
Oh yeah, it could have went like that, but at the end of the day, you know, you can't. It's definitely about the promotion, but you know, the like what they like. By me being who I am, it just, you know, my followers and listeners, fans, whatever you. I don't like to say fans. I don't know. Like they expect different from me. They expect me being myself. You know what I'm saying? So that song was just like. I love that song, but to them it was just like, nah, that shit sound crossover. This ain't you. We want that real Vezzo. We want that real drink guy. So they gave it a try, they listened, but it didn't carry on. That song didn't have people in the
at the end of the day, it's like I have this conversation with artists all the time, bro. And my whole thing is like, if Vezzo's on it, it's a win anyways. And everything that you drop is fire. That's no cap. We're not gonna argue that. But I feel like if you talk to today's artists and they're like, oh, crossover mainstream. Mainstream just means it's on air, on radio, to shed light on it. But if you talk to an artist and you say, what's your goal? It's not to stay in your own city. I mean, you want to be global. That's where you're going.
And that's what that song did for me. It made me more, it gave me more of a presence in a lot of other places. You know what I'm saying? It was just the presence, but the song then I kept grinding. I came back with shit. And that challenge put me right where I need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, the Big Sean collab's a cool resume point, but at the end of the day, what the people want to hear is that raw street shit, you know, like you embody the streets of Detroit. I think that that challenge and then the Big Licks video when it came out, obviously, that took you to another level. Do you feel like, as far as Detroit artists, you don't really even need to have radio recognition like that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course, but I definitely want that. You know, we strive for that at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so being an underground rapper, that's the same as shit as like hustling. You know what I'm saying? That's the most dangerous job in the world, bro, to be an underground rapper. So to me, I still feel like I'm in the streets, even though legally I'm not in the streets. I don't sell shit. I don't hang I don't do none of that shit. I'm respected. And I can say I don't be in my hood because I'm a real nigga and I ain't got nothing to prove. You know what I'm saying? My hood is my hood and they love me over there. I own property over there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't be in my hood. I don't do a lot of shit. I cooled out, but I still feel like I'm in the streets just by how dangerous my job is and what come with being an underground rapper. So to me, crossing over on that radio, it make all the sense. Like me, I mean, if you're a nigga that like officially want to get out the hood, and when I say officially, I mean like literally, you know what I mean? Got big songs, big crossover records, multi-platinum, you know, you able to make millions at a time versus hundreds of thousands or tens of thousands of dollars. I only make tens of thousands right now and hundreds of thousands. I don't make millions of dollars, you know what I mean? So that's definitely.
I feel like we still got to give you your roses. And when I say by that, let's look at the accomplishments. So the self-promotion, your artistry and music. You just dropped the movie, bro. Tell us about that movie. I mean, that's big, bro. That's big.
That is big. That's approaching the game from a unique standpoint.
Man, I appreciate that, man. That movie is going so crazy right now. Shout out to everybody fucking with that movie and streaming that movie. It's called The Price of Love. It's available on Tubi, Amazon Prime, shit, anywhere you can stream a movie. My movie is there, except Netflix. And I wrote that movie when I was in prison. I was in a hole, you know, so I put a lot of thought into that storyline and into that plot. And I like to speak on harsh reality and in my rap. So I show harsh reality. Like Price of Love is one of the movies where, you know, it might be hard to watch because we got an uncle molesting his 12-year-old niece, you know, but it's harsh and it might be cringe to watch, but it happens.
It's reality.
And just the fact with her mother being oblivious to what's going on and being naive and turning the other cheek and acting like it's not there when she know it's there. That happens. Well, you got parents that you know that's just not there, that don't listen, and you got kids that cry out for help all the time, but nobody hear them. And at that point, they got two decisions to make: either to take that pain, that anger, that stress, and that letdown and make good out of it, or take that shit and motivate them to be bad for what they think is good, you know, and for gains, for money and cars, and, you know, motivation to just be tough. And we show both of that, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the movie go, I've been wanting to fuck with movies. I've been wanting to do that before I wanted to be a rapper. It's just rapping took off first. So I feel like I got the platform now and the opportunity to show that part of me, the writing, the acting and directing and shit.
That's what I was going to say, that it's so crazy. I mean, that's a whole lot of work. And when I look at, again, and we're going off the promotion, we're going based off your name, Vez. You know what I'm saying? So it's like people really fuck with you enough to watch that movie. People can't even do that. You understand what I'm saying? How many movies that have artists dropped and no one gave a fuck about it? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
the timing was right. You hit him at the right timing for sure. Absolutely. And, you know, so you mentioned you was locked up for a while, and that was low-key, like, seemed like your career trajectory was going up. You started buzzing. Like, a lot of people think that the Detroit movement just started a few years ago, you know, like a lot of people wasn't aware of what was going on in the streets of Detroit before, like, T Grizzly with the First Day Out and all that. But you've been putting out music since like 2012, 2013. And then Do you feel like you had to kind of rebuild your buzz up after you was locked up?
Hey, question, yes, sir. I definitely did. You know, being when I went to prison, it was a lot of. I was pretty much I had my foot on the gas so hard, it was like hard for niggas to breathe. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for somebody to come out of Detroit and be an up and coming rapper. Like the pressure I put on, it was too much. So when I went to prison, it gave a good window. And honestly, you know, that's the best thing that could have ever happened in Detroit music, you know, because like when I went to that bitch, it was just me and a few other guys. And when I came home, it was 20 rappers and everybody was turned. Everybody had buzzes. Everybody had a solid following and foundation. And the shit was looking good. Like, man, it was just perfect. It was a perfect window for any artist in Detroit who got aspirations to doing this shit to go hard. And you know, and it put me at last place. You know what I mean? Like it put it put me at the end of the race with this shit. So you know, definitely, you know what I mean? I definitely had to build everything back up, get my fans fucking with me, you know, turn up. These new niggas had put the pressure back on me, you know. And they
And you did. You definitely have caught up and claimed. I mean, you know, you're one of our favorite artists, hands down. You've been doing the damn thing. What do you feel like is the number one? Because, like you said, there's so many rappers. I recently saw a list. It was like the top 115 rappers in Detroit.
right.
There's like
Right.
that many. Like, what separates you? What is it that makes you like so unique and stand out from the pack?
Oh shit, I'm solid. I'm a real nigga. Like I really be, you know, my raps, you know, I don't live them no more, but I don't really live all that shit. Niggas know my resume. I'm really in the street. I really be outside, like, you know, in the past and all that shit. Like niggas seen me. Like even in Detroit, the niggas who rap, they seen me. They seen me moving. They seen me having this shit before I got in the whatever you want, before I got a record deal and all. They seen all this shit. I did time. I ain't telling nobody like I am what niggas rap about, and the rappers know that, and niggas in the city they embrace it. You know what I'm saying? So it caused other motherfuckers to be like, damn, why I ain't ever heard nothing bad on Buddy? Like I ain't ever heard something getting took from him or
Yeah.
this happened, that happened, and this happened. It got to be something too. And they did their research and they found out I'm really him. You know what I'm saying? So like that's
So
the big separation.
so in coming
Credibility.
was
And,
is,
I don't mind giving back and doing what's right. You know, I don't care about my image when it comes to doing right by God. You know, if I'm being put in a position and I can help others, then I do that. Me, my wife, my mama, we been like that. I've been giving back before I even had shit to give myself. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm not afraid to be myself. A lot of people be afraid to be themselves. They want to do nice shit. They want to get back. They want to be in the community. They want to post positive shit and still be able to post their gang banging music and all that. But they inflict it because they don't feel comfortable doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's not who they are. When you really are that, it's no infliction. It don't look weird. It don't look like oh this nigga all over the place. It all fit and it all come together and it all makes sense. So that's another thing that separates me. I don't mind getting out in the community and helping. And I don't mind risking losing fans because nowadays they don't want to see no positive shit. I don't mind. I don't give a fuck because I want to get back and I want to do what's right. That's
and that's
Being a genuine person.
to my next question is in Detroit. I mean, with all the talent out there, and like you mentioned, you know that long list. Is there more competition than there is bringing up with each other, or how is that? How is that going? I mean, does everyone kind of like, you know, are they bringing each other out, or is it more of a competition? Who's next to come out? I mean, I saw you got the recognition from Eminem. You got the recognition from Royce.
Right.
You know,
I ain't never get recognition from him. Like the thing is though, like see, we all fuck with each other. All the rappers that's coming up, everybody, we ain't that type of city. Like we literally, we take after the blueprint that they got in that A. Them
Yep.
niggas tap, they pull each other up. So we all do songs with each other. We make videos with each other. Niggas give each other verses. Everybody might not get a chance to rap with everybody,
yeah.
but that person tapped in with one rapper from Detroit. Everybody got their relationships. And when we all in the same city, we link up, we tap in, and niggas move as one. We definitely got that. You know what I'm saying?
So that energy's love is what you're saying, pretty much. I mean,
It's love, no doubt. It's all love for real though. Even if it ain't love, sometimes like I'm not gonna lie, it feel like a competition. A lot of times,
yeah,
especially me, but it ain't never from the up and coming artists. It be like the artists who made it to the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
sometimes they can't afford for certain artists like me, you know, it's a lot of street artists that like they can't afford for people to really find out about, because it'll kind of bring what they got going on down, and then it'll be like, all right, you say you from here, but this person really from here, and you don't look, act, walk, talk, or think like this person. So they start feeling like, are you a phony? And a lot of people, you know, they got they self well, I don't even know the word I'm looking for, but that's just how it is sometimes, and it feel like that. But that's not with everybody, you know. For the most part, it's genuine love, and we fuck with each other.
And that goes a long way. And I feel like if you notice right now, it's interesting you brought up Atlanta, because in the South, everybody function with each other real tough. People ain't afraid to do shows with each other, collabs, and that sustained a lot of longevity. But you're seeing a lot of different regions have little short spurts of a buzz. Like Chicago had a few-year run, and now they don't have as many artists that are popping like that. You see that with a lot of cities. Detroit right now is the hottest city in the rap game. You got rappers in different cities making their own version of Detroit songs, calling it Detroit flow and things like that. How do you feel about the influence that your city has in the game, and how's that going to be able to sustain over a long period of time?
Well, as far as the sustaining and the longevity of it, that's up to us. You know what I'm saying? It's about what we take with the rock, how we dribble the rock. I feel like we got the ball. It's in our court. Now we just got to dribble, shoot, and slam dunk that motherfucker. And we can get that longevity out of it. It's solely up to us. And you got some guys who thinking like that. Some guys only thinking for the moment. But even guys, and I'm one of them who really understand what we got to do with that ball. If we do the right thing, then that shit gonna last forever. We gonna be here to stay. Like, not like we gonna be the main city at all times, but we gonna be a force to reckon with. You know what I'm saying? As far as Detroit music goes.
And I think that, you know, like it's beyond the music. It's the whole entire culture that's so influential. You know, you got cats like me from LA rocking the Cardis. Now these ain't buffs. I got the wires on.
Yeah, you are. You are.
But you feel me? How to do it as a tribute to Detroit, and it's like the whole entire lifestyle is really influential. What is it about? And I'm sure you've got asked this before, but what is it about the Buffs that are such a status symbol in Detroit?
Man, that shit deep rooted in Detroit. Like, man, that shit was just something like everybody wanted as a kid. You know, all the OGs and all the big homies in the hood who was getting money in the streets. That was their first trophy, was a pair of buffs. They used to be called straight backs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that thing. You know, every city just got that thing. You know what I mean? That everybody influenced by. And as weird as it is, those one pair of glasses motivate a motherfucker to go pursue a whole career, just to be able to, you know, to have these trophies and have that shit and get their first pair of buffs and get their first old school on rims and shit. You know, that them buffs motivated a lot of people, but it also, you know, motherfuckers done died behind that shit in Detroit. Like, it was a point where you wore some buffs, you better have a strap with you, and you better know how to shoot that bitch and use it, because you will get robbed and killed for some buffs in Detroit, Michigan.
Makes a lot of sense. As far as you know, you talk about the hood trophies, you talk about the OGs, and I know that's in a street context, but also in the rap game. I had heard that you had said at one point that the street rappers of Detroit were a much bigger influence on you than, you know, the Eminems of the world and the more mainstream.
100% fact. They was. They was Blade, Icewood, Street Lord Wine, the Cheddar Boys, you know, Tough Tone, Malik, Wipeout, man, Rock Bottom, Big Herc. Like, they was a way, they did not, Eminem motivated me. So you got a difference in that. They influenced me, but Eminem motivated me. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Eminem made me see like what the fuck? Like, man, you got Eminem, the biggest rapper, one of the biggest rappers in the world ever that we would ever have, one of the greatest, one of the best to ever do it. And he come from a hood that I come from, literally. Eminem had a house on Dresden. I grew up on Bradford. That's literally one block over. You know what I'm saying? So watch him come up and go diamond and sell hundreds of millions of records and do movies, and man, that shit is motivation like none other. But I didn't know him prior to that, and I never heard of him prior to that. So he didn't influence me. He wasn't in our community. He wasn't, you know, he wasn't around us. We didn't see Eminem. Where you about to go? Where? To go get him in the papers. All right. So Eminem, we didn't see Eminem. We didn't see him riding by, driving, and doing this shit. far as Blade Ice, we seen them niggas out. We seen them downtown in new Benzes and Bentleys and with buffs on and Cartier rollies, custom chains, popping bottles, just talking big, living that life. We seen that shit, and that shit influenced us. You understand what I'm saying? But
No, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot
yeah,
of sense. As far as the style, like one thing I notice about you is you got a lot of punchlines. You know what I mean? Like it's street shit, but you got bars that from a technical hip hop standpoint, like
yeah.
where'd that come
Okay.
from?
Man, I love rap. I'm a big fan of battle rap. I love that shit. You know
I
what I'm
was finna
saying?
ask you, okay, because I,
Yeah.
so I host rap battles. You feel me? I'm the crazy ass white boy you might have seen our World Star hosting all them battles. Shouts to my
Yeah,
boys Quest McCody, Marv One, good
yeah.
friends of mine, Calico, and all. Which
Uh,
battle rappers have you been functioning with?
I don't got no relationship with none of them but Sue Surf and Calico. Them the only two
Calico go crazy, yeah.
that I know. You know what I'm saying? I met Big Mar. I met Marv One before. I met Quest McCody in passing, I believe, but I actually got a relationship with Calico and Sue Surf. Them my niggas. Like I fuck with them a long way. You know what I mean? Like Calico and and I fuck with them because both of them like one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like K
Absolutely.
hard as fuck too. I like Shotgun Suge too because he talk crazy.
So would you say that the punchlines that you got are somewhat influenced by battle rap, but did you flip it your own way type shit?
For sure, man. Fuck any rapper with punchlines is influenced by battle rap. If they say they not, they cap. Like that's a lie. They faking.
So
Every
that
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
that does mean a lot to you when it comes to the structure of making a song. Obviously, I mean, you got to have those punchlines and come off witty, but have your own flavor
I don't
too.
write either. I be freestyling, so a lot of that shit I just think right then and there, bro. I feel like when you freestyle, it give you that more that in the moment type of music. So like, and we as humans, our emotions change daily,
Yeah.
hourly. Like we might 2 o'clock. Now we mad by 5 o'clock. We got over it by 8 o'clock. We mad again at 9 and at 10 o'clock. We don't forgave a motherfucker. Like so, if that's how I'm feeling that day, whatever song I record, you're gonna get that energy from me. That's why I prefer not to write.
It's the energy, and there's like clearly a heavy emphasis on the lyrics in your music because a lot of your beats, they're stripped down, they hard, you got the hard
Yeah,
drums and the bass, but there's a lot of room for the rappers to do their thing, in particular. Even your newest single, it's you and Rio from Flint, right, on your newest
yeah, yeah. Shout out to
how'd
Rio.
that come together? That song hard.
Hey, we be in the studio. We just be making music. That's gang. We all one. We are MCD, Boys ENT, Iced Up Records, and Wavy Gang. We all together. We all one. We just be around each other. That shit. We don't plan nothing. We don't call each other. Literally, like video shoots and songs just happen right then and there. We'll do a song, and then nigga be like, man, let's shoot the video tomorrow. And he might call a cameraman, or I might call a cameraman, or one of us call a nigga who got a location. And right after we do the song, we got the video shoot set up for the next day. We pull up and get it done.
I'm impressed that y'all can memorize the damn lyrics that quick.
That songs 100 times. And to be honest, I learned most of my lyrics during the video shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Playing it back to back so motherfucking much, like so many takes, you end up latching on to that shit.
Absolutely. Now you being the drink god, like I gotta say, I've been a sipper for hella long. You feel me?
Yeah,
I had to put the cup down because I was getting sick off of that shit.
yeah.
Now, how are you able to still be so motivated and such a hustler when at the same time that just kind of balance you out?
No, I don't prefer nobody to fuck with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think like a lot of people that don't know me, I believe they think I call myself the drink guy because I sip lean. And that's not right. That's wrong.
Yeah.
It's like you're not a god if you can't be a god at anything that you haven't mastered. And it don't make sense
Right.
to lean. Like that's not even an accomplishment for me, or it shouldn't be accomplishments for no one to master sipping lean. I master selling it. I'll
Mm-hmm.
be making it. And I changed my life off of that shit. Like I became a rapper off of lean. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call myself the drink guy. I brought it to Detroit.
You heard
So
it.
you're
You
not,
heard it.
it's not even about glorifying it. You're basically saying this is your story for better or for worse, and you got to
Better,
acknowledge it.
gotta acknowledge it. And the thing about it in my story, I'm gonna tell you the worst part. Like I don't got no any money that I ever made off land. That shit been gone. The police took that. I lost that. Everything I ever did that was nonsense or you know uh, weird decisions and just doing wild shit. I don't got nothing to show for none of that shit but a story. And I tell that story and I make money from that story.
So the world wants to know, and people are texting me right now as we're on here. What's next for Vezzo? What's next for you? So I know, like I mentioned, you have the movie, you got the music, you have your own cannabis company, correct? Or you got something going on with the cannabis line?
Ice
I'm
Pack.
not sure.
Yep, it's called Ice Pack. That's in the making. We getting everything together. I gotta wait till I get off papers first though. So as soon as I get off probation, I'm gonna get all that
Okay.
cracking. We just doing the legalities of everything right now.
But it's like you're knocking everything down. What's next for you? What do you see?
Man,
Vezzo at?
I'm dropping my first album in 21. I ain't never dropped no album.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, and like honestly, bro, like I'm here, bro. My goal is to get the rest of the world. I'm going to be on that radio. I'm going to go for what I tried to go for when I did that song with Big Sean. I'm going for that, and I'm gonna get that. I'm going to be a way bigger artist. I'm definitely gonna, cross over out of the streets, but I'm not changing my music. I'm not changing the way I make music. I'm going to make this sound work for me. I'm going to get my sound on the radio the way it is, and it's going, just bigger than the radio. Just doing big shit, bro. Like I'm here. I'm gonna have everybody in America know who ICEWEAR VEZZO, the drink God is. Everybody, every ghetto in the hood, every ghetto in every city, every hood around this motherfucker, they gonna know me. And I'm doing my first album. I got another movie called Tag that we about to start production in May. I got a lot going on. I'm just working, gotta feed my family, turn up, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, man, I gotta tell you, bro. I mean, if you're gonna do another movie, I call this a radio favor. I gotta be there, bro. Can I walk by or some shit, bro?
Man, oh man, you already know it's like
I don't think people understand that we have conversations, bro. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, yes. I love to have you on set and come get in that motherfucker if you want to.
I'll get Lush One to hold the cue cards for me or something.
We gonna need to do so. I was gonna say DJ Phrase could be working at the taco truck next door. You feel me?
Let's get this. Man, fuck it. Come on, man. Iced Up Films. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Yep, it's up though, man. Yeah, I'm just grinding, man. I'm just, nigga, just blessed to even be able to be in a position to make music and change my life and put my family in a good position and put my loved ones, my friends, and people close to me in a good position. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna make this.
What I respect about you the most, man, is that there's no change up. It's authentic with you, and hearing you say it during this interview is one thing, but to actually know that in 2 years, bro, your number ain't changed. You understand what I'm saying? You pick up the phone when I call. You understand? I mean, I wasn't in the best position to do an interview that you needed per se for radio at that time, and now we're going through this quarantine stuff. But I'm actually in a way better position to shed light on your career, and I've always believed in it. You've known that.
Yeah, I do, bro, and I appreciate you.
But you're really authentic, and have you noticed? Have you noticed a difference with people that maybe you've reached out to before for features or songwriting, and now they have a handout like, "Hey, I want to work now." I mean,
all of a sudden, them fools that you was trying to get a hold of that wouldn't fuck with you. Now they're like, "Oh, what's up, Vezzo?"
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely like that. But like I try not to pay. I don't feed off into that shit. I try not to pay attention to that because if I do, then now I became them. You get what I'm saying? I let them change my mentality because I'm not that type of nigga to I'm not no person who gon' pass on somebody if I know what they got is good, I'm not gonna pass on them now for the sake of their buzz or their fan base and then try to play catch up later on. I'm gonna fuck with them right now when I ain't got nobody. And by that happening to me, I'm not gonna let them people make me be like, oh yeah, now you wanna fuck with me? I ain't fuck with you. It's all fuck you, nigga. I'm about to do. I ain't gonna think like that.
And that's where you're different because a lot of people have that attitude, and that just goes to show the authenticity of your character and you being real. And at the end of the day, I mean, I break music. I break music. I break the newest songs. I never really cared what radio said to play. I'm not an iPod. If I like it and I fuck with it, I'm gonna play it.
And that's how I am. Like Gene, even like with us doing this interview, like, bro, I ain't never asked you like where is it going, and I didn't ask you that, you know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with you, like, so it's genuine. I don't give a fuck if bro, you can put shit on motherfucking on your Insta story. I don't care, bro. I wanna it's me wanna have a conversation with you. I genuinely fuck with you. You know what I mean? I fuck with you and I want to meet Lush. Like, so it's all love, bro. Like I don't judge on, you know, I don't care about platforms, I don't care about numbers and all that shit. I care about what I'm doing and being happy at doing what I'm doing and fuck with people that I want to genuinely fuck with. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I never let nobody change my process. Like, I'm not letting nobody slow me down or speed my shit up. I'm gonna move at my pace. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a true testament to your strength of character. You know, like when I see someone like you wearing diamonds, it's not even like you flexing on everybody. It's like, you know, the pressure created a diamond, which is your talent, a diamond in the rough, and you out here standing out, serving as an example of how somebody could come from this environment, the east side of Detroit, circumvent their circumstances and be shining right now. And like, that's inspiration.
No doubt, man. I appreciate that, big brother. But yeah, that's for sure. That's how I look at it too. Like I do wear this shit to motivate others and to serve as that inspiration. You know, like we go back to when I said it's the difference between influencing and motivating. I'm not here to influence. I'm just here to motivate.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, being an influence, it kind of causes being influenced by anything. That's just making a decision that you watch others make based on their outcome. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to make decisions on my outcome because we're not gonna have the same outcome. I just want to motivate you to do it your way and show you that this shit can happen. I ain't finished school, bro. I dropped out of 9th grade. You know what I'm saying? I ain't come up with nothing. I ain't had no family with no money. My dad ain't had no money. My mom ain't had no money. My big brothers ain't had money, but we was happy. We was a happy family and we got everything we wanted because my mama grinded for that shit. You feel me? So like I was motivated by what I should have been. You know, I'm glad people like Eminem motivated me and Jay-Z. Because if I wasn't motivated by them, then I would have been influenced by others. You know what I'm saying?
Makes a lot of sense. And you got that independent hustle. You've been on labels, you know, like what's crazy, you was on the same damn label as the Temptations and shit.
Yeah.
Motown Records, that's like the highest level someone from Detroit or anywhere could really get to. And
Yes,
but
sir.
what do you prefer? Do you prefer the independent grind or do you prefer having the machine of a label behind you?
Well, I prefer the independent grind until you get that I would rather somebody I would prefer somebody to do like a single deal, you know what I'm saying? Because when you grind it independently, you're not gonna have no machine behind you. They're not gonna put that machine behind you because they don't understand what you're doing. They don't get it. So if I would have waited on Motown, we wouldn't even be having this conversation right now because I wouldn't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I'd have
Right.
just I still be promoting balance. I'll not be doing anything, you know, because major label, they don't understand that grind. They don't understand getting in the streets, dropping this music consistently and coming back to back with shit. They don't understand them harsh beats and rapping about that harsh reality and saying what you saying and going here and being there. They don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So for anybody, I think you should stay independent because though that machine not gonna understand until you can provide them with one thing, and that's a hit song. So labels work like this. They want you to do, they not gonna help you do no leg work. They're not gonna do that with you. They want you to either sit on the shelf until they ready to provide that machine, or they prefer you do all the leg work. And then when you get a hit song that already got 10, 20 million views on YouTube, then they'll get behind that. And it's like, it's just not a good deal, bro. It's just a bad relationship and business ship. And in the far as respect go, it's a bad friendship. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
Oh yeah,
one-sided friendship. They only
yeah,
what have you
exactly.
what have you done for me lately type shit. You feel me?
It's like your buddies watching you pass your CDs out by yourself, doing shows, spending your last money on gas money to get to the studio, paying
Yep.
for your own studio time. They sit in the passenger seat with you, and you got 5 cases of mixtapes, and they don't help you lift one finger. Then when you get a hit song and you get millions of dollars, they got their hand out, and now they want to. Now they ask you, "Hey, bro, you need me? You need help? Get into the studio. You need help me. You want me to help you lift them boxes up. You know, you need what now they ask you everything they could have asked you when they watched you do it alone. That's exactly what a relationship is with a label.
And
And
like being someone that's secure with yourself, you don't have to, you don't need to seek validation out from those people. So like you already know, you have the hindsight to know like, look, I ain't rocking with you because you wasn't rocking with me. And you ain't going
Exactly. And that cripple a lot of artists, you know, because a lot of artists they get insecure about what they doing. They have a situation, they have a process, right? But if they sign to a major and the major not helping them or they get the feeling that this label don't believe in a process, then it sometimes it causes them to not believe in that process and they just give up overall and be like, well, maybe this process ain't it, because we got major labels with major artists not helping me and they know what I'm trying to do and they don't believe what I'm doing. Maybe it ain't gonna work. Maybe they know something I don't know. You know what? Fuck this process. I'll wait on them. And now years going by and they on the shelf and it's just all bad. With me, it's like, nah, fuck that. They don't know what they talking about. I'm thinking like this about a multi-billion-dollar industry, or you know, motherfuckers that they got millions and millions and millions of records sold, and I still thought in my mind like they don't know what they doing. You get what I'm saying? Because I had confidence in what I was doing. I'm like, they don't know what they doing. They don't understand what I'm doing. They don't get it. And I did that shit, and I'm still grinding. Everything after balance that I did that on my own with no label, no machine, no power, not $1, nothing. And you know, it's not saying nothing bad about them because that's just business. They did the right thing. It's like shit, you know, like you gotta wait. We got a big roster over here. They got Lil Baby, they got City Girls, they got Lil Yachty, they got a lot of big name artists. So it's like, listen, you can either wait on us or you can do what you gotta do. And I chose what I gotta do, you know, and it don't mean that they wrong, bro. That's just business. You know what I'm saying? They still put money in me. They pushed the Big Sean record. They did what they did. They did what they said they would do. They didn't tell me that they was gonna do something and didn't do it. You know what I mean? Like, so it's all love at the end of the day.
Well, the way that you've worked and grinded, you now have the eyeballs on you that a label like that would provide you with regardless. So it's like, you know,
contract too. So God works great. I did it. It happened the right way. That's why I respect Motown so much and Ethiopia, the president, so much. I know a lot of people who got themselves a buzz and got a lot of good big shit going on for themselves, and they did it on their own. And then that's when they label intervene and say, all right, we'll take it from here. They got enough respect for me they literally said, listen, man, Vezzo, you hot, you buzzing like crazy. Like you really got movement. We getting calls about you, and we didn't help you do this. Like, out of respect, what do you want to do? We would love to continue working, but what do you want to do? And I said, I want to be independent. And they honored that. And I was on my contract in a week of that conversation. That shit like that don't happen. And that's,
I was gonna say that's a unique situation because you hear the opposite. You hear the stories of artists getting signed, then whoever signed them in the label winds up getting fired or moving on. They have no personal relationships and
to the label. I mean, you hear that shit all the time.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna name drop and shed light onto that, but I mean that's all you pretty much hear today.
Just look at our back catalog of interviews. You can see a gang of them.
Yeah, that's all we talk about. So.
Yeah, and I appreciate them for doing that, bro. Like they really let me do my thing at the perfect time. Like I couldn't have been no better time. And like shit working good for me, bro. I got a lot of big records in the works. Me and Trippie Redd got a song that's gonna be one of on my albums. Man, it's called On the Flow. Like this shit is amazing. Me and Rumor just did a song. This shit sounds so crazy, bro. Like, man, I got big shit on the flow. Me and Dave East got a record. Like I got a lot of records I'm getting ready to drop, bro. A lot of big
this is crazy, bro, because as you were saying that, I'm looking in my email and I'm like, yo, Phrase don't have that yet. So
yeah, you might need to shoot the gang some exclusives.
What's going on?
As soon as we hang up, I'm sending that shit.
My
man. Hey, yo, I really, matter of fact, no cap, like not even just on the shit. I want you to hear them songs, bro, and tell me. They're not mixed and mastered yet, but I'm gonna send them to you. I just want you to tell me what you think about them, bro. Like, I love to get some input from you because I'm getting ready to kick the nacho with the motherfuckers, and they both gonna be on my album. Like, I got some shit, bro.
Got you. I got you. I'm definitely listening to that. I'll send some to Lush too, because you know Lush he's gotta wait.
I'll put the eardrums on him right fast. You feel me? Give my 2 cents.
I'm getting this vibe. Like you got a crazy ear for music, bro. I'm getting that vibe from you, bro. Like
little something light. Yeah. You feel me? Your intuition might not be steering you wrong, but hey,
yeah,
I fuck with your shit. So there goes that. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, we don't want to hold you up. We thank you for blessing this interview. I know you got stuff going on. Let's wrap it up, Lush. You got a last question for my dog right there.
You know the vibes, bro. Anything you want to say to the people? You feel me? As far as what's the message of ICEWEAR VEZZO moving forward into 2021? What you got to say to these folks?
Man, I'm here to run it up. I'm here to turn up. I can't wait till y'all really get a chance to know me and understand my music more. I'm ready for the whole world to just tap into my movement and believe this dream. I'm not giving up. I ain't ever giving up. I've been grinding for a long time and I cannot quit. I'm doing, I'm trying my hardest to do this shit and this shit working. And to everybody that fuck with me, I really appreciate y'all. It's on the flow. Y'all tap in on my movie right now. Price of Love, the movie on Prime Video and everywhere, Tubi and everywhere else, man. It's on the flow. Drink up.
It's up there and it's stuck there. It's on the flow. You heard it from the man here first. All right,
Yes.
then.
Yep, it's on, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, much love, player.
God love.
Boom.